weird couple of weeks, months. I mean, it's been a crazy stretch for you, man. What's this whole experience been like for you?
You know, the night before a fight is the absolute worst. You don't get any sleep, so all this was doing is just a little bit of practice, you know, just going through the motions, getting ready, but then not, and then getting ready, and then not. And then it's funny, after the Joe thing 2 weeks ago, Dana was like, nah, go have the weekend, you know, go enjoy the 4th with the family. So I go to the lake, start building a house, drinking a bunch of beer and eating barbecue, and then they call me like, hey, and I was like, oh God, well, it has to be at 70 because I'm beer bellied up now. And they're like, yeah, no problem. And so I'm like 168, cruising, being able to eat all week. The first time, it's crazy waking up, what's today, Thursday, Wednesday, and being able to like go eat dinners and enjoy fight week for once, you know, so it's cool.
I mean, you made a history of anybody, anytime, anywhere, but given the circumstances that you've had to endure lately, was there any thought crossing your mind of like, nah, I'm just gonna have to turn this one down?
No, never, absolutely not. And, you know, when they offered it after the fight, I was like, yeah, of course. And then they told me go home. And then they called me again. They're like, well, will you take it again? I was like, oh, of course I'll do it. Yeah, no problem. But it's weird training, like trying to peak and then pull back and then peak. Like, it's been a weird. That part's been really strange, just trying to get the training in, because it's odd. But let's go.
To you, I know a fight's kind of just a fight, but this is kind of cool, right? The all-time wins lead. I mean, that's pretty neat. No disrespect to Joe Lauzon, but it seems like does that add something to you as well? Like, you guys are fighting for the all-time wins lead?
I mean, Joe would have been fun too. Jim's gonna be just as fun, you know. And Jim's gonna bite down and come play, so it'll be fun. But this is kind of one of those fights where someone's must go, right? Yeah.
I imagine you've been just poring over the footage from 2014, just watching the fight over and over, breaking it down frame by frame.
Yeah, no, I haven't. I don't even know if I've only seen the highlight of it, and that's one thing I hate. Even like with the movies, I don't like watching myself. I don't like watching myself fight. Don't like watching myself on TV. I don't like watching interviews. Like, God, you look so stupid. Like, you know, it's just strange for me. So, don't really watch fight tape with myself, but maybe I should.
I mean, it's not too late in your career, right? There's a lot. You could change it up now, man.
Yeah.
Last thing for me, I guess. What does this fight mean to you? I mean, you know, as the days are winding down, the two veterans, I mean, two all-time leaders. I mean, what does this fight mean to you?
Oh, man, this is, like, now in my career, you're talking about it's not too late to do that, but it's, looking back, and we're legends, man. It's cool to be in that state. So to fight another guy in the same category, and we're setting more records, and yeah, my plan, I want to put records where people can't even touch, you know, 50 fights under Zuffa. I want these young kids to be like, God, man, I'm just fighting to get 1 or 2 to keep my job, you know, and he's got 50 of them. Like, to me, that's cool, you know, to put statements down like that. So this is huge. This is legacy fighting, you know, and that's what it's all about now.
Cowboy, right here. When we were in Phoenix, it seemed like that fight was, you know, meant so much to you. You were very emotional at media day and everything like that. Was that one of the biggest disappointments, just that you were so ready to fight in front of your son and had that moment happen and then it got taken away from you?
Yeah, but it didn't get taken away. It's here now. They're here, and they're here. The boys are here. We flew them in Monday. We got a rented a house with a pool, so they're at home swimming right now, and they're ready, you know. And they went to both fights and kind of sat there and understanding what's going on, I think, in their 4-year-old minds. I don't know, I can't, you know, but they'll be here Saturday. So the emotions and the feeling and excitement to walk out and have the place go crazy will still be there, you know. So the feelings, and it's all still there.
Yeah, so it just felt like that particular moment meant so much to you, but yeah, what makes no difference now that it's happening now.
Yeah, no, you just got me emotional that day. I think it was the dehydration and lack of food, maybe.
Perfect, thank you.
Cowboy over here, right here, center. With this fight being at 170 and the fact that you fought at 170 before, how much of an advantage is that for you, do you believe? Because Miller, I don't believe, has fought at welterweight before.
Well, I called Miller when they offered me the fight. I think it was last Saturday, and I said, yeah, buddy. Now you can eat. And he's like, hell yeah. I said, I'm just, you know, I'm not going to be big. I'm 168 right now, 169. Like, that's kind of just where I float around. And he's like, yeah, same here. I'm actually eating to gain weight. I was like, cool. So I'm sure he's eating and happy and loving it. So, yeah, I don't think he's going to come in there big. Neither will I. You know, fighting the big 70-pounders, the guys that are cutting from 290, it's tough, man. They hit hard. They're big and strong. So we're both just kind of 55ers. It would have been our natural weight. I think that if we would have weighed in and came back, we'd be right around the same weight we're going to fight at anyway. So I'm sure he's stoked, and just an easier week.
And you mentioned before about the canceled fights, and you're now fighting here in July. How much of an asset is it having Shara, who we see in your corner here, just helping you from the health and nutrition side of just making sure you're not overdoing yourself, because that's like 3 separate camps, right, for this fight? Yeah, she's very adamant about what we eat and how we eat, and make sure I'm drinking and eating the right stuff, because I don't want to eat shit. I love it, like I want gas station sushi, you know what I mean? That's just what I like. So and she's like, no, let's stick with the PI plan. Let's go to Whole Foods and get real food, and stick to the plan. Sunday you can have all the gas station sushi you want, until then let's eat to a plan. And just last one for me here, what does it mean to be a part of this big card? Like, again, I know it's not ideal with having the fights moved around, but to be a part of this card with 2 title fights, and now you're on this card, how special is that for you at this point in your career? Yeah, when Dana called me, he's like, I would love for you to be on ABC. I was like, yeah, of course. Dana, listen, I just want to fight in front of a live crowd. You put me the first fight, the last fight, the middle fight, I don't care where on the card I fight. The people watching at home, it's cool, but the people watching in the crowd, that's what I like, the energy and the roar of the thunder, it's a different thing. So where I am on the card and the ABC, that's awesome. I don't mind doing that at all. So, but fighting, I was just looking at the roster the other day, like, wow, he's fighting. There's a lot of, this is a big one, International Fight Week and giant card, million eyes, so my kind of party. Thanks for the time.
Cowboy, is it funny that you're at the stage of your career now where you can text and call all of your opponents as soon as you get signed to fight them? Yeah. I mean, and most of the guys I call and text are cool anyways, so yeah, but I was like, just hit him up, like, what's up? He's like, hell yeah, it looks like we're going to dance. I said, let's go. He said, so, but yes, it is cool to be friends and friendly with everybody, so I enjoy it. I'd rather be on that relationship and then go in there and do work than the other way. I guess if I hated him, I could still just send him little middle finger emojis every day just to get at him. But are you planning on after the last couple of times you're going to text him on fight day and be like, you are okay? Yeah, right? I should call him like, everything good? I'm good. You good?
Awesome. Cowboy back here. Thank you, sir. What have you made of Jim's recent run? 2 finishes in a row against a couple of up-and-comers. The guy's still doing the damn thing all these years later. What have you made of his resurgence, if you will?
God, that would mean I had to watch fights, so I have no idea, to be honest. I apologize to Jim. I just have no idea. But good for him. I'm glad. That's awesome. I have so much shit going on in my life that following other people, what they're doing, I don't focus on any of that.
You want to hit that magic number of 5-0. That's the number, that's the one you keep mentioning. So I'm curious, if we get to that point and the phone rings after 49 and the UFC calls you and says, hey, this is number 50, you get to fight whoever you want. Who's that going to be?
Oh, I thought you were going to ask me if they call me for 51, and I'm going to say, all right, I'll be there.
Probably.
Oh, I don't care. It doesn't matter. I never gave much for the opponent, but just whoever wants to have some fun, and hopefully it's a big New Year's card or another 4th of July card, a big 50, a nice blowout, a nice goodbye. And but the opponent, whoever wants to bite down and have some fun.
Is that 5-0, is that like the last accomplishment that you have? Is that the last box essentially that you need to check, or is there something else you feel that you haven't done at this point, which is kind of weird to even ask or think about?
Yeah, it's kind of weird to ask and think about, but 50 is a pretty solid number for me, and it's fun now not fighting for anybody but myself. Like, I don't have to worry about anything. I don't have to go out there and try and, this one's for you, Grandpa, this one's for you. I want to show my submission game's good. Like, man, how about Cowboy, you just go get 50 because, goddamn it, you want 50, So that's kind of where I am in my life now.
Hey, Cowboy back here. Obviously, with all that rescheduling, I have to imagine, the after party, all of that other stuff, that's twice that you didn't get to follow them. Has it stayed the same through all the changes, and is it still the same for Saturday?
For after party?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I think people think I'm like an alcoholic and I like to party and drink. I think I put the wrong impression out there. My after fight Saturday night is go get something to eat and go to bed. That's usually, all my friends are always like, where's the party? I said, well, fuck, I don't know where you're going, but I'm going to bed. So yeah, there's not really an after party. Sunday I'll drive home. Monday I'll go back to the lake and I'll be at the lake. So that's kind of my after party is the lake. And nope, I went to the lake after last, so nothing changed. So, but as far as going out and partying and chasing women, I got a mama at home and I got 2 boys that want to go swimming. So we'll probably just go do that.
When you first had your son, everything was, you talked about the new motivation and everything else. Is the motivation any different fighting, knowing you have 2 kids as opposed to 1?
I got 3 now. I got 1 on the way. So mom was pregnant, and she's not telling me what it is, which really sucks because I want a baby girl, and I think it's gonna be a boy just because I don't know. I have a fucking gut feeling, but so we have 3 now. And I'm excited, yeah, the motivation to just set them off in life, be able to have save and yeah, motivation is there. It's fun. I enjoy it. Now they're old enough, the oldest one's old enough to hopefully understand daddy's a real life ninja, so it'll be fun.
Final question for me. Don't know how many more fights, so I don't know when I'll get another chance. You and I actually have the same birthday. What's your favorite thing about being born on the 29th on March?
Man, other than an Aries, I don't know. I don't really have a favorite thing about the 29th. I don't know. Nothing really, but just being an Aries.
It's a good day, isn't it?
Yeah, sure. We got him. Hell yeah. Thank you, guys.